Marco Antonio Muniz, better known by his stage name Marc Anthony, is an American actor, singer, a record producer, and television producer. Anthony is also the top-selling tropical salsa artist of all time. The two-time Grammy and five-time Latin Grammy winner has sold more than 12 million albums worldwide. He is best known for his Latin salsa numbers and ballads. Anthony has won numerous awards and his achievements have been honored through various recognitions. He was the recipient of the 2009 Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute Chairs Award. He also received the 2009 CHCI Chairs Lifetime Achievement Award on September 16, 2009. Early life. Marco Antonio Muniz, known professionally by his stage name Marc Anthony, was born in New York City to parents from Guayama, Puerto Rico. His mother Guillermina was a housewife, his father, Felipe Muniz, a musician and hospital lunchroom worker. Anthony's parents named him after Mexican singer Marco Antonio Muniz. Anthony grew up in East Harlem, also known as Spanish Harlem and El Barrio, and as the youngest of 8 surviving children. He was raised Roman Catholic. Singing career. Muniz began his career as a session vocalist for freestyle and underground New York house music acts. After changing his name to avoid confusion with his namesake, Anthony worked as a songwriter and backing vocalist for pop acts including Menudo and the Latin Rascals. His first album was a freestyle music record, Rebel, which debuted in 1988 on Blue Dog Records. That same year he wrote and produced Boy I've Been Told, for fellow freestyle artist Sapphire. Then in 1989, he sang backup vocals for Anne-Marie on the Freestyle Club hit, With or Without You, produced by Little Louie Vega and Todd Terry. A year later in 1990, with Little Louie Vega and Todd Terry, Mark wrote a duet with Chrissy Iece called You Should Know By Now in 1992. Still working with Todd Terry, he provided vocals for Love Change, which is on the flip side of a 12 vinyl release by Elan and the Power Machine titled Here's Your Hat. Production of Todd Terry. At the same time, he collaborated with music producer Little Louie Vega, who featured the singer on many freestyle-flavored club hits, Ride on the Rhythm, and the When the Night Is Over album, which featured the freestyle classic Time. In 1992, Vega and Anthony opened for Latin bandleader Tita Puente at New York's Madison Square Garden. After 1992, he changed his style from freestyle to salsa and other Latin styles. RMM Records. Anthony was initially reluctant to become a salsa musician and declined an offer to make a salsa album when Ralph Mercado, president of RMM Records, asked him. Anthony was in a taxi when he heard Juan Gabriel's hit song, Hasta Que Te Conocí, which influenced him to change his mind and ask Mercado if he could record it as a salsa tune. Inspired by the music of Tita Puente, Hector Lavoe, Ruben Blades, and Juan Gabriel, Anthony released his Spanish-language debut, Otra Nota, in 1993. Anthony performed at the Radio Y Musica convention hosted by Alfredo Alonso. The album also included a cover of Bread's song, Make It With You. Subsequent tours throughout the Americas, including an opening slot for Blades, established Anthony as one of the new stars in salsa. In 1994, he was featured in La India's album Dicen Que Soy, on the song, Viva lo Nuestro. His 1995 follow-up, Todo a Su Tiempo, won Anthony a Billboard Award for Hot Tropical Artist of the Year. The album was also nominated for a Grammy with songs like Te Conozco Bien, Hasta Nadie Como Ella, Che Me Sigue Olvidando, Te Amo, and Le Gusta a Mí. The album has sold more than 800,000 copies and has become established as a gold record in the United States and in Puerto Rico. Anthony's next Spanish-language album, Contra la Corriente, was followed by the television special Marc Anthony, the concert from Madison Square Garden. It was broadcast on HBO on Valentine's Day in 2000. The special was nominated for the Music Special of the Year by TV Guide. The album's song, Why Herbo became Anthony's first #1 single on the Billboard Hot Latin Tracks and the first by a salsa musician. The album became the first salsa album to enter the English-language Billboard 200 chart. After an ongoing battle with RMM, he severed ties with Ralph Mercado and left the label in 1999. Moved to Sony, Anthony subsequently recorded the duet "No Me Aims" with Jennifer Lopez on her album On the 6th, giving her an assist in her Spanish-language crossover attempt. In 1999, riding the crossover wave of Enrique Iglesias and Ricky Martin in the Anglophone market, Anthony, working with producers Walter Afana CF, Corey Rooney, Dan Shea, and Rodney Jerkins, released an English-language, self-titled album with the US top 5 single, I Need to Know, and the Spanish version, Dímelo. His song, You Sang to Me, was featured in Runaway Bride. A dance version was remixed by Dutch producer René van Verseveld. The album debuted at number 8 on the Billboard album chart, and 6 weeks later went platinum. It eventually was certified triple platinum. The song, I Need to Know, earned a Grammy nomination for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. In 2001, he debuted another salsa album, Libra, which was certified gold with songs like Celos, Es Loco Que Te Mira, and Vivienda. The album spent 14 weeks at the #1 spot on the Billboard Top Latin Albums chart. The year after that, he made another English-language album, Mended. In June 2004, Anthony released a Latin pop album, Amar Sin Mentiras. The following month, he reintroduced its songs with a danceable salsa rhythm in another album, Valios La Peña. The song, Escapémonos, was a duet with Jennifer Lopez. In the 2005 Latin Grammy Awards, his Amar Sin Mentiras won Best Latin Pop Album of the Year, and his Valios La Peña won Best Tropical Album of the Year. Lopez and Anthony performed Escapémonos at the 2005 Grammy Awards. On July 11, 2006, Anthony released Sigo Siendo Yo, a Spanish greatest hits album. On May 2010 he released Iconos, a tribute to old Latin songs by artists such as José Luis Perales, Juan Gabriel, and José José. In 2012, he released a new song called Corchivo de Este Amor. In the same year, Anthony was inducted into the Billboard Latin Music Hall of Fame. On December 2012, it was announced that Anthony was recording a salsa album alongside longtime producer Sergio George. Viva Mi Vida, a Spanish adaptation of Khaled's song, C'est la vie, was released as the lead single on April 25, 2013. In July 2013, Anthony released 3.0, a salsa album including his song, Viva Mi Vida. Since the release, the album has been certified platinum. In addition to the new album, Anthony announced his Viva Mi Vida World Tour and traveled across 15 countries on 3 continents. After the tour, Anthony announced a second world tour for his album 3.0, his Cambio de Piel tour. Acting career. Anthony played supporting roles in projects including 1995's Hackers, and 1996's Big Night and The Substitute. He appeared with Ruben Blades and Puerto Rican pop singer Anita Nazario in Paul Simon's 1998 stage musical, The Capeman, which ran for 68 performances. He had a role in Martin Scorsese's 1999 drama Bringing Out the Dead, and in 2001, opposite Salma Hayek, was in the film In the Time of the Butterflies. In Man on Fire, Anthony, opposite Denzel Washington, played a wealthy businessman who hires a former U.S. Marine to protect his daughter from kidnappers in Mexico City. In 2007, Anthony starred in El Cantante, a biographical drama about the life of salsa music legend Hector Lavoe, who died in 1993 from AIDS complications. Anthony's then-wife, Jennifer Lopez, narrated the story and portrayed Lavoe's wife. The film, released in August 2007, received strong reviews. In 2010, Anthony guest-starred in 2 episodes of the TNT medical drama Hawthorne, as a detective and the title character's love interest. He was later named the executive music producer of the show. Anthony worked with ex-wife Lopez and director-choreographer Jamie King in late 2011 on a latent talent series created by Simon Fuller, called Q-Viva, The Chosen. It follows Lopez and Anthony as they travel across 21 countries to find new talent. In 2012, Anthony guest mentored on Season 2 of The X Factor. Personal life. Anthony is a supporter of the Democratic Party, and performed "The Star-Spangled Banner" at the 2012 Democratic National Convention. He is a practicing Roman Catholic. Anthony sang "God Bless America" at the 2013 Major League Baseball All-Star Game at Citi Field. While Anthony is an American citizen, born and raised in New York City of Puerto Rican descent, various posts on Twitter were made suggesting he should not have been performing the song, under the mistaken belief that he is foreign-born. The Anti-Defamation League spoke out against the offensive tweets. Relationships and family. Anthony was married or in a relationship with Debbie Rosado when the couple had daughter Ariana in 1994. Marc married former Miss Universe Dayanara Torres on May 9, 2000 in Las Vegas. They have 2 sons, Christian Anthony Muniz, who Anthony named after the Mexican singer Christian Castro, and Ryan Anthony Muniz. There were many problems in the marriage, and the couple separated in early 2002. They later reconciled and renewed their vows in a formal ceremony on December 7, 2002 at San Juan's Cathedral in Puerto Rico. The rocky marriage came to an end in October 2003, with Dayanara filing for divorce in January 2004. To help her recovery from the divorce, Dayanara traded her engagement ring for a diamond-encrusted Cartier watch and wrote the book Married to Me: How Committing to Myself Led to Triumph After Divorce. Anthony married Jennifer Lopez in June 2004. Lopez gave birth to their children, twins Emma Maribel Muniz and Maximilian David Muniz, on February 22, 2008. People paid $6 million for the first photos of the twins. In 2009, Anthony and Lopez purchased a stake in the Miami Dolphins. They joined several personalities in buying small stakes in the club, including Gloria and Emilio Estefan, Venus and Serena Williams, and Fergie. They bought 2 houses in Brookville, New York, but Anthony and Lopez announced their separation in July 2011, with Anthony filing for divorce on April 9, 2012. Their divorce was finalized on June 18, 2014, while Lopez retained primary physical custody of the 2 children. Marc Anthony and model Shannon de Lima married on November 11, 2014 in the Dominican Republic. Discography: 1988, Rebel, 1991, When the Night is Over, 1993, Otra Nota, 1995, Todo a su tiempo, 1997, Contra la Corriente, 1999, Marc Anthony, 2001, Libra, 2002, Mended, 2004, Amas sin Mentiras, 2004, Valios La Peña, 2007, El Cantante, 2010, Iconos, 2013, 3.0, Filmography, Television 2010-2011, Hawthorne as Officer Nick Renata in A Mother Knows and Picture Perfect. 2012, The X Factor, as a guest judge in Season 2, Episode 9.